Hello everyone, welcome back to 6WC 20 or 5WC, sorry, 6WC, nice, 5WC. I was doing the year and the digit in wrong order. I was going to say 2025, but it's 5WC 2026. Welcome everyone.
No, actually, I like that you messed that up because that is the thought I had when we chose purple for the background aesthetic for like the graphics for this tournament. Because I was thinking like, wait a minute, this is the same like kind of color scheme that the graphics had for 6WC 2025, which I thought was kind of funny because 5WC 26 is just like literally two numbers swapped from 6WC.
It's just a copy. It's just that's why there's so many 6WC players here.
Oh my god, you're right.
Okay, but yeah, welcome back to 5WC 2026 group stage, the final day of the group stage matches. It is going to be the match between Hong Kong and Indonesia, the decider for who's going to move on to the winners bracket and who will go to the losers bracket in this group. Group A almost decided completely, and it is Hong Kong who's trying to keep that number 2 spot and Indonesia trying to fight for that number 2 spot. And today I'm not alone, I'm here with Lumen. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, Simper, that is absolutely correct. Reference Hong Kong was the highest seeded team in Group A from the qualifiers round and got absolutely swept by South Korea last weekend while narrowly beating out Netherlands 5-4. So they've had a pretty rough time so far, currently at a point differential of -4. Compared to Indonesia, the 21st seed from qualifiers, who beat Netherlands 5-1 and also got swept by South Korea. South Korea didn't drop a single point.
South Korea just swept everyone in the group. They're the first team to do a perfect run in the group. UK has the chance to do that as well in their own group, but they still have 2 matches left to play against Poland and against Singapore later today. So they might do a perfect run as well, might not. It all depends on what they do. But yeah, South Korea has indeed finished all their matches and have won 3 out of 3 and with 15-0, which is just crazy. As not even the highest seed, but the second highest in that pool. Hong Kong now trying to get that second place back though from Indonesia, who is actually the lowest seed in this group and has been playing pretty well against the Netherlands, definitely winning even. And Indonesia, it is unfortunate that South Korea is just so incredibly good because Indonesia has shown some definitely well-rounded team here.
Agreed. It'll definitely be hopefully a closer match from a viewing perspective than seeds initially dictate here, because you would initially think, 10th seed versus 21st seed, alright, pack it up, 10th seeds probably sweep really well. But I feel like we've been seeing Indonesia overperforming. Okay, at least has the letters of India in its name. But anyway, we've been seeing Indonesia performing incredibly well. Meanwhile, Hong Kong probably underperforming their expectations. But also, all of their matches were last weekend, so Hong Kong might just be coming back a lot stronger this weekend. Don't really know yet. Indonesia, however, played very recently against Netherlands yesterday with a pretty decisive victory over a team that should be from qualifiers like seeded higher than Netherlands. So
another full week of practice behind them. This group stage, of course, being 2 weeks long, and yeah, most of these teams are splitting the matches, so some of them are in the first week and some of them in the second week. Some teams even choose to play them all in one of the weeks, but for them both, they have another week of practice behind them, so let's see how they both perform with that extra practice they had. And we are now seeing those bans come in, and we see the protects as well. Hong Kong protecting the number 5 and Indonesia protecting the Hard Rock 3 out of all maps. One of the hardest maps in the pool, in my opinion. Just incredibly hard aim, stream, burst map. And for the bans so far, it is Hong Kong who bans the Hard Rock 2 and the DT3, and Indonesia has so far banned the Hidden 3 with 1 ban remaining.
Yep, and if anyone's just coming in right now, just to kind of bottom line the whole spiel of like how groups are going for Indonesia and Hong Kong, both teams have 1 win, 1 loss, and the winner is going to be moving on to the bracket. The loser is going to be moving down to the loser's bracket, effectively having 1 life remaining in the double elimination bracket. So neither team is facing elimination today necessarily, but you can pretty much consider this match right here to be in a traditional bracket stage, a winner's bracket match to determine who continues to have 2 lives remaining in the tourney versus who will be going down to like only 1 life remaining in the bracket once we hit that next weekend.
Yeah, and we do see that final ban come in for Indonesia, and there's going to be the Nomad 2. Another one of those stamina stream picks gone. Hidden 3. Also, a more technical map as well. And right now, we're waiting for that first pick in this match, and it's going to be Hong Kong who's going to pick first. So let's see what they are coming up with, as it's the immediate protect pick.
Makes enough sense.
Yeah.
While both teams don't really have to worry about point differential at this point of their group stage journey, to just winner on, loser goes to loser's bracket and all. There's another aspect of seeding within the group called average percent maximum, where it's effectively like the same way that teams are seeded in a typical qualifiers, except it's going to basically be averaged for the amount of maps that each team happens to perform in all 3 of their matches. And the reason I bring this up is picking your protects early is a strategy we've been seeing quite a lot this group stage to try to seal in those really decisive victories and maps that a team can just put up a really strong score on in comparison to the competition to improve that metric called average percentile maximum. To essentially see themselves better against other teams in different groups than the one that they're currently playing in. Like say, you know, whatever team wins this is going to be second seed in Group A, so pretty much that additional metric is going to be used to determine whether they are 13th, 14th, 15th, or 16th compared to other teams that get second place in groups B, C, and D. So not only winning the match, but also just performing as well as you can in every single point, no matter how decisive the victory, is going to matter quite a lot to both teams.
Yeah, it's definitely important for both these teams to try and get as many map wins in as possible, because they are competing against the other teams in the other pools, even though they're in different groups.
You've got to find some way to like see them between that like group of 4 that they would land into based on their group's performance.
Definitely, and as we see the first map fill up with players here, and still waiting for that first map to start. It is going to be the Note 5. It's more of a gimmicky map.
I guess while we're waiting for them to start this, I will call out Hong Kong has an absolute banger of a visual novel roster reveal in the roster reveal chat. You guys should seriously go check it out. I've been watching every single one of the roster reveals, like close to when they come out. I will admit the Brazil one's new in there, so I haven't checked that one out yet. But all of them have been fire, but the Hong Kong one seems to have had a special amount of love put into it. So in case this is the last time I get to speak to Hong Kong, go check that out. I learned quite a lot about the entire roster just from watching that. Like how ESTi is my potential go-to source for Minecraft MCSR.
We see the first map finally starting here. It is Hong Kong versus Indonesia. First map. For both teams, it is going to be important to get a good start to this match, because momentum can play a big role in any tournament match. And right now, we are seeing Indonesia taking a small accuracy lead, with the first miss coming in from Volition.
Unfortunately, Captain going down first for Hong Kong's FCs. We just saw China 4-way this like an hour ago, so think the bar is pretty high for these like challenger group teams to perform really well in this. Second miss coming out from KATSEYE.
Epicer.
Oh wait, yeah, Epicer Kaner. See, there was even another tournament that I was hosting earlier, and I still haven't figured out their name. Like, there's only one FC left on Hong Kong.
Yeah, it's crazy. Hong Kong
This is like
just
they're
low
right- they're
rolling.
protect.
Hong Kong basically low rolling here, getting very early misses, and they now have to hope on Indonesia missing, but it doesn't happen. And Hong
Like,
Kong
where's
is
the
actually
talent?
crumbling.
Down, but like it's just two FCs in Indonesia to absolute nothing on Hong Kong. Just the early miss from Volition recovering it. It's like, I guess Epicer also coming back, but like, yeah, that's gonna be a really decisive lead for Indo at the start of this one.
Yeah, it happened a little bit longer, almost 3 minutes long. Apparently BPM is 151.999. I don't know if that's a bug or it's actually in the map, but the map being pretty slow. So the score is going to increase very slow as well, and a 250,000 lead already on halfway through this map is quite a significant lead that they have. Tung and Alpes do find misses, but it is still Xorilia who's holding on to the FC for Indonesia. And on the side of Hong Kong, they are recovering, but is it going to be enough with about a quarter of the map left?
Well, the score lead is decreasing as of now, but slowly because of the Xorilia FC maintaining. I do think it is. No, it's increasing very fast, actually. Like, Hong Kong's really pulling back in at this point. Volition going to drop once again, but this combo advantage is still heavily in favor of Hong Kong as we approach the last part of the map. They could potentially claw it back, but I think they might still need Xorilia to miss on Indonesia's side in order to take it back. Which is a horrible position to be in for your first pick and your protect, mind you.
Yeah, definitely. Losing your first pick is already terrible enough, but if it's your protect as well, that's even worse. Epicer Kaner does find that next miss though. Mitra and YIA, the only ones who are holding those recovery combos, and it's still Xorilia who is holding on to the FC and will find the FC for Indonesia.
And they steal it. Indonesia steals Hong Kong's protect.
Not something we would have expected starting this match.
Crazy. I don't even want to call it a solo carry for Xorilia because Alpiaz also dropping the 626k was certainly needed to pull that point to their side. And they're just going to start with a huge advantage in this match against Hong Kong, which I think really the story of this group, sadly for Hong Kong, has just been the world if seed 10 falls to losers round of 16. From like having almost made it past groups, like if Hong Kong was 2 seeds higher, they wouldn't have had to play for the last 2 weekends. And now we're talking about a potential case of Hong Kong not even qualifying for like top 16 winners bracket and having to fall to groups losers already.
Yeah, absolutely devastating start for Hong Kong here. Indonesia though, they must feel amazing getting that first point on the board, and it being Hong Kong's protect as well. That must feel great to them, and they are now trying to find that map that will consolidate that breakpoint, and they are opting for the free mod 1 here.
And unlike Hong Kong, this is not their protect. This is just a map with basically no context in terms of the protects and bans so far.
And do we have any background data from other matches for the free mod 1 for both these teams?
Give it 30 seconds. I think I might have spelled take Tory wrong. I don't know how in the world I managed to. There's just no... Did they not play it yet?
I have no clue.
Ain't no way.
It would be crazy if they haven't played it yet, because, well, maybe a free mod 2 was a lot different, but maybe if free mod 2
didn't play it against South Korea.
But Indonesia did protect that Hard Rock 3 though, so maybe they are feeling confident on the Hard Rock and are trying to get a majority Hard Rock roster on the board here.
Well, I confirmed they haven't played it against, Indonesia, by the way, has not played this map yet in groups. Of course, they've probably practiced it internally, but we're not gonna know until they play like how well they're gonna be. And I also think Hong Kong has not played this in groups. Yeah,
So for both of them,
neither
it's
team
gonna be
have
a
played
new
this
map.
yet.
That's interesting.
I
And
will
it is,
say,
I
I
think-
think this is
yeah,
like, even the poolers themselves admitted that like this is intentionally slightly hard to press because that's kind of the point. So it's sticking out as being like a challenge on both hidden and rock. So basically, a
Yeah.
pick your poison situation, free mod choice.
Yeah, and with the free mod rules being the way they are, that everyone has to basically take a mod here. Although you can have one no mod if you take an easy hidden, but we did see actually that Spain won using that easy hidden no mod. So
Yeah, like-
maybe that could help, but it is such a risky take to do on a free mod like this.
TLDR, if free mod rules are too big of a blurb for people to understand initially reading it, and don't worry, I get it. It took me a while to have to like kind of rewrite it compared to 5 ones. Short version, you must mod. Only exception is if you have a player with easy hidden on your team, then you can take another one of your 3 players and put a mod. That is basically it.
Yeah, and right now we don't see any easy hiddens, but we do see 2 hard rocks and 2 hiddens on the Indonesian side, and we see 3 hiddens and a hard rock on the Hong Kong side. So we do see
And
a little bit
also-
more here for preference.
To correct myself, also you must have at least 1 hidden or hard rock.
Yeah,
Which is why LexTeam, for example, is the hard rock player from Hong Kong, while the rest of the team is taking hidden. And we got actually 2 hard rocks and 2 hiddens on the side of Indonesia. Tung and Zorelia both going hard rock, and Alpiaz and Pato both going hidden.
yeah, and the map starts off pretty quick already. A lot of these aim and stream patterns. Coalition did find an early miss. LexD Me did follow, and on the side of Indonesia, they're still holding. And that score lead has been increasing. Alpiaz does find the first miss for Indonesia, but it is still those 2 FCs against 3.
Oh, Tung and Alpiaz missing on the really rough pattern right before the long slider. It's going to be pretty unfortunate. The map slows down quite a bit for this section. Well, slows down as much as this map does, per se. Like, I'd say the whole thing is classic zone mapping. Just what I see on a lot of these songs.
And it is actually Hong Kong who is now recovering with those support combos, and that 1 FC. LexD Me did find another miss, but there is those 2 great support combos on the side of Hong Kong with that 1 FC that are holding onto that score lead now. And it is still those 2 FCs on the side of Indonesia, and with those 2 smaller support combos who are trying to recover. But it is Pato who finds the next miss, and now it's Indonesia who's down on that combo lead, and Alpiaz finds another break as well. This is devastation for Indonesia.
Yeah, this was... I wanted to say this before Hong Kong was in the lead, admittedly, but my concern with, like, Indonesia picking, essentially, the skill gap mechanics map into the 10th seed, like, even if Hong Kong's underperforming on, like, the low SR stuff, doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, there's... Like, they probably still ultimately can scale, given performance on the qualifiers pool, which was much higher SR than the group stage pool, being 6.1.
Yeah, and we now see Indonesia just crumbling, miss after miss coming through, and Mithra, having done enough, over 1,000 combo before breaking, has given Hong Kong that lead, and now they are breakpoint after breakpoint. It is back to 1-1.
And A ranks across the board. Mitra, Tercera, like, almost hitting the 1 mil unhidden. With a very unfortunate 1 miss right at the end. Just really high combos for actually 5 of the players. Volition, Fallen HK, Zorelia, and Pato, all with, like, comboing the majority of the map. And LexDme actually with a 0 miss, only missing on slider breaks. Just feels interesting to call out, I guess. Like, especially because it's the lowest score, but the lowest miss count.
It's just the accuracy. If that accuracy was above 93 or 95 around there, that would have been an S rank.
Yeah, that was like 92 point something. Like, it was like right on the
92.7.
cusp of being an S rank.
Yep.
Saving the entire like 8 A ranks for what I guess.
And we are now back to square one.
This is the danger of picking a map with zero knowledge, especially when both teams have played 2 matches. You got a lot of data to work with for the last week and a half. Interesting first pick from Hong Kong, or sorry, from Indonesia, and I feel like Hong Kong could potentially for 2 if they're not too rattled by what happened on What 5.
But they're going for the
go
number
number 3.
3.
Rem
The
swimming now.
old
This
snap.
I definitely know they played.
Yeah. Old snap aim, right?
Yeah, it's alt. Admittedly, I've commentated like 5 matches, and I have not seen this like once.
Yeah, it's not a map that is picked very much. I don't know why. It might be because it's 3 minutes long, one of the longer maps in this pool. But but it's the whole normal pool who is actually on the longer side. All of the normal maps are on average like 3 minutes, with the normal one being 4. So normal is actually not picked that much, I guess.
Yeah, I think
We'll have to
honestly,
see.
once we see the group stage stats, we'll be able to see the full picture of how often certain maps are getting picked versus others. But Indonesia has not played this map at all. Hong Kong has played it against South Korea and dropped a 2.5 million team score. Probably pretty good. They also got near 3 million, like 2.99 million against Netherlands. In both cases, their roster was actually, in both cases, the roster included Ayaneru, Volition, and Mithra, while Lelexti Me was and Wea both on their rosters the prior against South Korea and the latter against Netherlands. So looks like they're going with their Netherlands or their versus Netherlands roster as of now. Indonesia taking a bit more time to get into form here to figure out who's going to be on this. This is their first time having to make that call.
Just waiting on that last player, and there it is. Tang is going to be the last player to fill the Indonesian roster for this map. We just had 2 breakpoints in a row, so maybe we're going back to a normal match here, that the pick is going to be won by the picker. But
I like this pick so far, honestly, just given the scores. I know I haven't seen this map that much, but I would like to think 2.5 to 3 million consistently across 2 matches is some pretty good, like, you know, I would assume that's probably pretty good for group stages. But the risky thing obviously being, you don't know if Indonesia's just packing a 4-way in the back pocket. Like,
yeah,
it could just pop off.
Take out your trump card, like, yeah, easy 4-way. Yeah, but we'll have to see how both these teams perform on this map.
Yeah, and also if I'm Indonesia, I'm looking at the HK like MP links from the last couple matches they played, thinking, yeah, like they're probably gonna pick No Mod 3 against us, guys. We should pair this. So
yeah. And there's no map that they banned, so they must be at least feeling a little bit okay on it, that they might be able to win it. As Volition does find the first miss in this map. But with that, Indonesia finds the lead actually against Hong Kong on this map early on in the map, but Tang finds the miss for Indonesia as well.
Well, this is fortunately for Tang a very long map, so honestly just could be a nervous miss. Same on Volition for Hong Kong.
Volition breaking a lot actually, not being able to hold on to a combo greater than like 200, and that is hampering their score quite a bit. On the side of Hong Kong, it is still those 3 FCs against the 3 FCs on Indonesia, but the support combo from Tang is just way better here.
I will say though, misses in the KI is probably going to matter a lot more given it's close to the middle of the map. Currently seeing all players hold very strong though. Except
Albius does trade it. And with that trade, it is going to do nothing. And that means that Indonesia is still gonna try and hold on to this small lead they have of about 70k. It is increasing slowly but surely. Alpiaz does find out with Felician breaks as well. So it is still a lead for Indonesia with that support combo from Tong against the support combo from Ayanadu.
Yeah, honestly, given the scores we were seeing from Hong Kong earlier, I think they're currently underperforming their last two matches pretty hard. This Australia miss is going to be bad for Indo and Tong as well. It's only Rizzy on Indonesia. Meanwhile, you still have Wea and Mithra on Hong Kong holding. As the lead is going to very quickly flip back to Hong Kong.
And yeah, with 3 of the players on the side of Indonesia resetting their combo, it is still Rizzy who's the only one holding for them against Mitra and Waya. It is just a fought battle and it's not gonna happen anymore. Indonesia is just too far gone now. Combo is just not enough against those 2 FCs on the side of Hong Kong with a quarter of the map left. They really need to see a double break coming in from Hong Kong, but if that's gonna happen, and if there's enough time left, that's the question here.
And Mithra and Wea both held through probably the hardest part that just goes 1-6 briefly. So it's looking pretty cooked for Indonesia at this point. Hong Kong will be the first team to win their own pick in this match.
Yep, it is going to be Hong Kong who wins the 3rd map of this match. And finally we see indeed a country who wins their own pick after 2 breakpoints. And it is both Mitra and Waya who are FCing the map.
And
also,
Ayanaru also with an S rank, so 3 S ranks on the side of Hong Kong,
and
just Volition chain missing a little.
It's 3 FCs in total, Rizzy as well, finding that FC, but it's not going to be enough. That miss from Xerlia in the middle of the map was the nail in the coffin here for Indonesia on this map, and Hong Kong finding the first point that they actually picked themselves, and is now back to Indonesia again to try and equalize the score again after having those 2 breakpoints and now losing this 1 map, which was actually pretty close for what we expected to.
Yeah, I expect Indonesia honestly to just go for their protect here. Like, you just lost 2 points in a row. Like, you know, regardless of like what order the picks are necessarily in, I think you just want to like reassure yourselves that you're still good. Like, you're still gonna be able to get points in this match, and like just keep your head in the game because you're not really down per se. Like, breakpoints are now even across both teams. You just have to start winning picks.
Yeah. Yeah, with breakpoints, even if there's going to be 1 more breakpoint, that might be devastating for one of the teams. It might just be the end of the match. But as we are going on now, it is still equalized, and it is Indonesia's pick to try and equalize to 2-2, and they go for the hidden 2.
Okay. That's a little interesting because I want you to take a guess.
Nothing.
Nothing. They have not played it a
That's
single time.
amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So Indonesia is just trying to pick maps that they haven't played yet. To try and throw off, I guess, Hong Kong.
Has either team played this?
I hope they have.
Yo, my smart ass thought I was gonna be like intelligent. Oh, like, yeah, let's open all the MP links before the match and like, you know, pull up like the data, right? Like, nah, screw the data. Like,
no, Indonesia is just saying no. We're picking maps that no one has played, but we are going into the hidden 2, and it is AR8, both rhythm and reading check, because we're gonna see a bunch of axe drops here probably, because trying to hold on to accuracy on this map is going to be difficult because of the slider and note timings that are going to be in this map.
like this pick just like I almost want to go on a rant on how little sense this pick makes, like, to my brain. Like, your opponent protected Nomad 5, expressed at least like some on just like sealing and reading.
But
like, yes, we won the Nomad 5. Yeah, but like
Indonesia won the Nomad 5.
Banned Hidden 3, protected Hard Rock 3. You haven't played this at all, and you haven't seen your opponent play this at all.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let's say, worst case scenario for Indonesia, this pick goes wrong for them, Hong Kong wins, and then they also get their own pick. You're down 4-1 and now have a lot of nerves on your protect Hard Rock, like, in theory, picking it later in the match.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why looking forward, I don't see it. Like, obviously, they're very confident in Hidden 2 picking it this early.
Yeah, maybe they are trying to gauge the free mod 2, but I would still think this to be a weird pick on their part. We'll have to see, because the Nomad 5 didn't go Hong Kong's way either, so maybe we're going to see some stellar performances from the Indonesian players on this.
Right, like just a theory of, oh, the reading players are just like cold today, let's try to like target that. I see your point. That's probably all we got though.
Yeah. But as I said, maybe they're trying to gauge the free mod too, but as we get into this map, it is both teams who are still holding on to pretty good combos. No one having missed so far, I wanted to say, but it's Epic, Kaner, Fallen, and Coalition, who all missed. And Alpias is the only one to trade on the side of Indonesia, and Indonesia is taking the lead here.
Currently a good start for Indonesia, which is good for their case in picking this. Only one FC for Hong Kong, actually. Like, I'm only just realizing that. It's just Mithra once again popping off.
Yep. Yeah, I guess the reading maps are just not in Hong Kong's arsenal today. They had protected the Nomad 5 reading map, and it's just gone to Indonesia, and now this map as well, just not going their way. But anything can still happen. We're halfway through this map. If Indonesia does find misses, but so far, it's not looking like it.
Yeah, reminder, this is one of the few songs in this pool that are like less than 3 minutes, admittedly. Like, this is like a flat 2 minute 3 seconds. So we're already almost 3/4 in with 300k advantage to Indonesia, and it looks like they're hella proving my suspicions wrong.
Yeah, and this might also be a very good gauge for maybe a future pick in the free mod 2 if they do get to it. Because free mod 2 is going to be AR8 as well. Maybe a little bit smaller in terms of circle size, but it is going to be, like, after having those 2 reading picks go their way, it might be a pretty good pick with the protect they still have as well.
Wait, hold on. They 3-wayed, by the way.
Yeah, that's crazy.
600k advantage to Hong Kong's score.
Perfect as well.
3-way. Yeah, PFC for Rizzy. Like, good shit, guys. Like, good for you. Like, that absolutely had... Why didn't you do that in your other matches, I now question.
Yeah. Apparently they just didn't want to.
I mean, they did Netherlands very decisively, and honestly probably still getting rolled by South Korea, like, with that, because South Korea has just been inhuman this group stage. But, I mean, you know, further making their case for deserving, you know, some thought on actually making this bracket here.
Yeah, definitely. And with this performance they've shown so far, it's definitely like, how did they go this low in terms of seeding? Like, if you've shown this in terms of performance, I guess it's low SR, but still, we have seen Singapore do the same. Low SR just going through every single team they go up against, just slaughtering everything. And it's Indonesia here, who's only lost 5-0 against the South Korean team, which has just been a powerhouse throughout this whole group stage. And right now, Hong Kong is struggling against the lowest seeded Indonesia.
Well, I agree with most of that. I wouldn't necessarily call it struggling in the sense of still 2-2. I still think it's anyone's game. I definitely just think that most people probably looked at this match like before groups and thought, okay, Hong Kong's probably winning like 5-1, 5-2. Like, they could still win 5-2, but like, it's definitely still looking really good. And oh, yeah, you know, this is my first time seeing this in like a week. Got
yeah,
Nomad 4 pick from Hong Kong, which I guess makes sense. They did just do really well in Nomad 3.
Yeah, true. And but in terms of like what I remember struggling is like they are seed 10. They're going up against seed 21. This on paper should be an easy win for Hong Kong. Maybe even a 5-0, 5-1. We would think that Hong Kong would be further ahead in terms of score right now. But right now it is still 2-2, and we have seen Indonesia win Hong Kong's Protect, which is something you shouldn't let happen as a highest seeded team.
Yeah, so I have terrible news for the stats nerds out there.
And it is?
Yeah, they didn't play this. Neither team's played
No
this.
way! Dude.
How did they keep getting away with this?
That's absolutely insane.
Like, I get they're not doing this intentionally. It's just really fun at this point.
Also, this is the third normal pick in a row for Hong Kong. I just realized.
True.
They went from number 5 to number 3 to number 4.
Very true. I also, to kind of comment on what you were saying earlier about the whole, like, 10th seed to 21st seed, because harping on that a lot. I think this further justifies the existence of a group stage to an extent, that, you know, just that 1 hour of qualifiers does not completely define a team. Like, yes, we're still using their seeding qualifiers as a label to kind of comment on teams across group stages, but that's kind of why, like, we're, you know, giving teams more opportunities to kind of flesh out just how strong they can be, form of, like, each of them having these 3 matches in group stages to further justify, or to further give them a chance to, like, you know, just perform better than they did in qualifiers.
Yeah, also Yishuan background going hard. Art looks amazing, by the way, on the background.
Thank you for knowing what it's from.
It's from Zenless Zone Zero. It's a gacha game.
Never know that. I know what ZZZ is. I just like, if I had to describe this map to someone, it would just be like the most unapologetic Nomad 4 map. Like, you'll start to see it. Like, it's slider. It's slider aim.
Which is something that Nomad 4 should be, like tech slider aim.
Oh, I agree. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just a really good Nomad 4. Like,
and it is Rizzy though, who's finding the first with Rice Bowl following suit. And with that, it is still basically equal.
Literal 8.3k.
Waya. Look at Waya.
No, why do we have to look at it?
Still holding on.
Is 8.5, so
yeah, it's still,
you know,
it's a little bit lower, but
CSS.
Yeah. Still,
yeah,
there's the first one.
Drop it at that section.
Dude, yeah. Now we're going into the first Ki with these bigger sliders, really testing that slider aim as we find the first misses coming in from Indonesia. Rizzy and Albiaz both dropping. On the side of Hong Kong, it's still the 3 FCs holding on against 2 from Indonesia, but Mithra does find the break for Hong Kong as well. But it's Hong Kong right now who is in the lead.
Another miss from Ayaneru. Zerelia and Rizzy. I don't know why I don't know why all the player names are messing me up so hard this morning.
There's no oh my god.
4-way on Indo. Okay, easy. 4-way on Indo. That's easier to say.
Yeah, there's a 4-way break from Indonesia. Hong Kong holding on to that 1 FC from Waya, who has dropped a lot of accuracy, but still holding on to that full combo is the most important thing to do in this situation. Slider aim being the most, like, notorious to be able to drop accuracy on. And right now, it is Waya who is holding on to this score lead for Hong Kong, and it's their hope and dream.
But unlike
Waya FC.
Like, this is a much longer map. Indonesia is not out of it just yet. They certainly still have a chance to bring it back, but it's a 200k score lead for Hong Kong. Quite the mountain climb for Indonesia here to try to steal away a breakpoint on this pick.
Yeah, and the recovery combos on the side of Hong Kong are just also a little bit better, I think, than on the side of Indonesia. And Indonesia really needs Waya to miss here, because if Waya holds on for the next little bit of the map, it might just be done for... Because an FC on this map, or like at least a high combo, is going to be so much score, it might just be too much for Indonesia to come back with with so much little time left on the map, and Waya is just cheating these sliders without it.
Yeah, I was gonna mention actually. I'm happy you said that. Wea has the lowest AC on Hong Kong. Finally misses.
Oh, it's a Bancho! It's a Bancho!
It's a Bancho miss. That one's not Bancho.
No.
Wait, it's Bancho!
What?
Alright, someone clip that. Come on, man. Like, it actually looked like he missed that.
Wait.
I don't trust anything anymore.
Okay,
no, this one's real, isn't it? Fuck. Screw off, man. I can't with this boy who cried wolf BS.
Yeah, but it is gonna be Hong Kong who wins this map because there's just not enough time for Indonesia to come back here. Map is almost at the end. Even with those 2 high combos, it is not gonna be enough to diminish that 340,000 score lead that Hong Kong has built up because of Waya. And right now, it is Hong Kong who's taking the lead again in this match, 3-2.
Quick, for anyone else out there, either spectating, if you ever like are questioning whether something's a Bancho miss or not, literally just look at the top right of their screen for like the score. If the score is still increasing at like a really fast rate, then it means it's Bancho, and if it's not, then it's an actual real miss, because the score will actually consistently update all the time. And anyway, 4 S ranks on. Is there any S ranks below 500k? Yep. Every time, guys. Like, literally, I'm telling you, every No Mod 4 ever, there will be in 4v4, there's at least 1 S rank below 500k. It's written in the freaking script.
Actually, there's 5.
Oh, no, I mean like below 500k.
No, there's 5 S's.
Oh, yeah,
but
5
it's
S's,
already
yeah.
missed. It's already left already.
Yeah, there's 5 S ranks. I mean like, like at least one of them having a score of below 500k.
There's 2. It's already also 500. Sorelli also
there's
on
2?
500.
Oh,
yeah.
we had a high roll for it. Oh, boy.
Both Sorelia and Ayaneru, both under 500,000, but still having an S rank. But yeah, it is Hong Kong. No one for a moment indeed, but it is Hong Kong who is taking that map. It's back to Indonesia now, though. They still have their Protect left, but they are going for the 3-2, as I kind of predicted after that Hidden 2.
Yeah, good one, man. Like, I was following your logic there, I just, like, you know, was a little bit concerned. But actually, honestly, I think, I'm trying to remember if I explicitly said it right after the free mod 1, like, if this goes well for Indonesia, they roll into free mod 2. But Hong Kong did end up winning the free mod 1, like, that is the question compared to the typical breeding maps. Like, will Hong Kong just be able to skill gap on Hard Rock? But Hong Kong did also ban Hard Rock 2, which is like also like small circle size Hard Rock compared to like Free Mod 2. Like, they're different maps, I get it, but like they're also both like CS 6.5 Hard Rock.
Yeah.
I hope they're both actually CS 5 before Hard Rock, because I'm gonna sound dumb if they aren't.
Yeah, but I think this map can be really good for Indonesia. Hong Kong has shown that they're just less good at this type of map today, at least. And has this map been played before?
I'm checking to see if it's played before, but one thing to consider on this map is easy hidden. I've been seeing a lot of teams pick an easy hidden person to enable a no mod, and I'm not really sure actually about these rosters. Like, maybe Hong Kong has it in them.
Yeah, they did protect the number 5. Maybe they have an easy player. I don't know who it would be though. Like, maybe they're just having lost that number 5. I don't know if they're feeling confident on a reading, like a reading type of play here.
I think at this point you'd believe me if I told you that neither team has played this map yet. Jesus. What's the point of having stats, bro?
I have no clue, dude. At least we have some stats from this match being Indonesia just clapping Hong Kong on the reading so far.
Yeah, like
that's the only thing we have to go on.
I think Indonesia has won No Mod 5 and Hidden 2, so like even more reason I think Indonesia's doing good. This is just a good idea.
Yeah, and definitely that Hidden 2 win quite decisively, over 600,000 score. The Nomad 5 being a little bit more close, maybe because it was the Nomad, only 230,000-ish. So they definitely have the upper hand in terms of reading Hidden, but it is still a different map. It is going to be smaller circles than the Hidden 2 was. So we're going to see what they do on this map here. And maybe we have to wait a little bit because the ref is double refing. So we're going to see here as we do get into this next map.
Wait, double refing just for this tournament, I believe. I think they are triple refing right now. By the way.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, shoutouts to Fluvry for basically carrying this entire Sunday.
Yep.
I could just check, like, I just check Chrono schedule and just see Fluvry and, like, basically half the matches.
And right now we have 2 Hard Rock and 2 Hidden on either side here. Ayanaru and Lel XDMe being the Hard Rock players for Hong Kong, and Mitra and Epic being the Hidden. And then on the side of Indonesia, it's going to be Rizzy and Tung, who is going to go for the Hard Rock. And Alpia's... Actually, is that easy? It is easy.
Yep. And
Alpia's going for the easy.
Honestly, I don't like it. Like, I think that if you're going to be able to play the map on easy, put the extra time in for the easy hit for a map like this, and you enable a no mod. Like, it's such a huge benefit for such a generic, old-style map, essentially, like this. Unless you just really... Because there's a miss from Alfiaz, and I don't want to pick on them too much, but it's a 1.4 multiplier on easy mod because of like how straightforward the map is on easy mod. So like you're pretty much already capped at like post multiplier 500k. And also, friendly reminder for all the viewers that we have yet to implement the easy multiplier like into the score bar.
Yeah.
So it's not a 90k difference after the multiplier, but I think Hong Kong's definitely still in the lead right now by like about 40k.
Yeah, definitely. But it is Applicator who's finding the next miss for Hong Kong. Still those 3 FCs on the side of Hong Kong though, against the 2 on the side of Indonesia. And it is just unfortunate because Indonesia is that one easy score. It's just not performing how it should, and Alpia's finding another miss, just not being able to recover any combo, and with the easy multiplier already at 0.5 and only 1.4x after the easy, it's not looking great.
Yeah, I definitely feel like if you're gonna pick easy on this, unfortunately, you're kind of just doing it as like a more consistent means of getting a really high score on the map, because otherwise you're just capped really hard. So I know when I play easy mod tournament, like, as soon as you miss even once, it feels so shit because you realize in the time that you're capping your score much lower than it had you gotten, like, hit in a rock. So you have, like, a lot more stringent of a recovery model past, like, your first miss. Whereas when you first miss, like, hit in hard rock, like, you actually just have a lot leeway to mess up and still get a decently high score. Like, it's a lot less punishing the miss, per se. And so, unfortunately, Indonesia's Fremont 2 pick, going horribly wrong for them as Hong Kong continues to through AFC the map.
Yeah, it is indeed just not the greatest pick for Indonesia here. Is with a quarter of the map left, the score lead is going to be 350,000 in Hong Kong's favor. It's not something Indonesia would have wanted to see here, because Indonesia now being 2 points down instead of that 1 that they needed. And it is now Hong Kong who is going to match point here.
Yep, and this is the part I was kind of commenting on earlier when Indonesia was like picking a bunch of stuff other than the protect. Indonesia now might not even be able to get to their pick, sadly, because Hong Kong's about to go into their next pick at 4-2. So we might not even get to see the Hard Rock 3, and I would assume that if Indonesia does break point Hong Kong on their next pick, then Indonesia actually could have like a lot of momentum going into Hard Rock, going into potential tiebreakers. So I think a lot of the flow of this match is going to ultimately come down to this final pick from Hong Kong. So they might even be taking the time out here, honestly, to just like kind of restabilize themselves and just really think hard about like whatever they're going to last pick. for the last pick in all of groups, and as a decider on whether they're going to make it into this bracket. And also, ESTi me, like, closest score to 1 million I think I've seen.
Yeah. Also with the PFC as well. And yeah, I even did a quick calculation via the extension that I have, and it is still almost over 450,000 difference. In terms of score, it's not even close. Unfortunately. They are really picking hard to do a quick
update for the other 14C match. I lost my script. Where is it?
Tokyo.
Like I had it up. Oh, they picked Hard Rock 1 as their last pick. That was fast.
Yeah, they immediately picked the Hard Rock 1. Which is interesting, because Indonesia did protect the Hard Rock 3.
Ooh, I have the update. Oh, wait. Our match is automatically closer than other 14 UPC, as Ukraine has beat Sweden 5-1, and so Ukraine is progressing to the winners bracket as the 17th seed from qualifiers, while Sweden, the 16th seed from qualifiers, which a lot of people were very high on being like top 6, top 8 in the tournament, are already in losers bracket.
That's insane.
Welcome to Tokyo.
Epson chat for Sweden, and congratulations to Ukraine for sealing the 2nd seed in B. That will put them in 13th to 16th, moving into the bracket. Average percent max will be determined later today once all the matches are done after 19 UTC. And Sweden will be 17th to 20th, like one of those 4 seeds, chasing off in losers bracket against one of the teams barely qualifying as like a 2nd seed, groups E to H.
Yeah.
Indonesia might, unfortunately for them, suffer the exact same fate if they do not break point Hong Kong on Tokyo right now.
Yeah. If Indonesia does not find the win here, it's over and they will be demoted to the lower bracket, but they will be demoted as the 3rd seed from this group, though. Not even
still better than their seed.
But, yeah,
so they're still overperforming their seed, actually, moving into losers bracket, even if they lose here, but they still got a chance to make a comeback. You just got to take every chance you get and see what happens.
Anything can still happen. This is a tournament match, and it is going to be the Hard Rock 1.
Which has been played by Hong Kong. Okay. The Hong Kong has a lot of misses on this from their match against South Korea. Dropped a 2.48 million team score with a total miscount of 35 across the team, so hoping they do better this time on that department.
Yeah. This might be a desperation pick. It might be a desperation pick, not knowing what to pick anymore. Like, there were still some DTs left.
But I do agree, there's been a lot of uncertainty this match in general. Like, breakpoints at the very beginning, probably rattling both teams up.
Welcome to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And this is another short one, 2 minutes, so just going to be getting right into it as we see no early misses across the board. Everyone very locked in.
And it is Rizzy, though.
There it is.
Rizzy finding the first break of this map. Ayanu and Tung following suit, though, and with that, Hong Kong is now in the lead. Indonesia really needs to see another miss coming in from Hong Kong to try and recover that lost score. Tung finding the next miss, though, is not going to help. Australia and Pato still holding on to those 2 FCs for Indonesia, and they really should and need to hold on, because if they don't, it's basically over.
It's still 3 FCs to 2 in favor of Hong Kong, and the map is already halfway done, as this is, I think, the shortest one in the entire pool.
One of these short.
Still 100k score advantage to Hong Kong. Still, honestly, either team is gained, but slight advantage to Hong Kong as we head into second, third of the map. Mithra's been like the biggest carry on Hong Kong. Down goes Pato as well. It's 2 FCs to 1, so still an advantage to Hong Kong combo as we get into the final quarter of the map. A 70k score advantage to Hong Kong. And Indonesia's winners bracket run on the line right here and now. But Rizzy with a big recovery, though, is really just... Rizzy was the first one that missed and has not missed since.
They have indeed
But this
not met
end session
since.
is very calm, actually. Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I doubt there's any way for Indonesia to recover. It is going to be Hong Kong who will win this match because it is basically ending after this small speed up. And with that, Hong Kong
Welcome to Tokyo.
will be moving on to the winner's bracket, round of 16.
Well played, certainly to Hong Kong and Indonesia, as Indonesia really fought very well in group stage, given their qualifier seed. So, best of luck to Indonesia in losers bracket against the second seed from Group E, F, G, or H, and Hong Kong is going to be moving on. Still actually a lower seed for them than they would have hoped for, as South Korea was actually a lower seed than Hong Kong going into this bracket. So Hong Kong is going to have their reward, in air quotes, for beating Indonesia, and now have to go up against one of the top 4 teams from qualifiers. It'll certainly be a spicy match.
It definitely will be, and for now, this is going to be the end of this stream and match. This group has now finished playing as well, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, they have
done.
finished playing. And there's only 6 matches left. The next one being at 50 UTC, so that's going to be in a minute, actually. Starting on the mainstream, it's going to be United Kingdom versus Singapore. Singapore being a team that has been outperforming their seeding throughout their matches, sweeping, not sweeping, but like basically winning decisively against both Czechia and Poland. And now UK is the next opponent for them. And yeah, for now, congratulations to Hong Kong, moving on to the upper bracket, and Indonesia, good luck in the lower bracket, in the knockout phase. Do you have anything else to say, Lumen?
Yep. Because we got 3 matches at 19 UTC, it might take a bit of time to parse the average percent maximums across all the teams to know their exact seeding into brackets, so stay tuned a lot later this evening in UTC for updates on that. But yeah, like map pool showcase and the final challenge should pretty much all be done later today in America time at least, so by like midday Monday for World. Other than that, and like there will be also a stream kind of further explaining how that seating in the bracket's going, so just calling that out right now while you guys got me on the stream right now. So yeah, I've been Lumen Logic, and thanks Timper for comms as always. Thanks Pitxort for the stream, and we'll see you all later.
Later, everyone.